You might be wondering, what is the best app for tracking food? I've got the answer for you in this video. All right, first we'll go over the reasons that you'll want to track your food. And then we'll cover the best food tracking app. And then we'll dive into the best way to track your food so that you will lose 10% of your body weight every month. All right, why do you even want to track your food? What I like and what I'm impressed with is the fact that you're even watching this video, because that tells me that you are getting into the mindset of change. That tells me that you are not happy with the way that you might look and feel and you are wanting to make a change. And that tells me that you already know right off the bat that, yeah, it has to do with your food. So maybe you've watched on Instagram your favorite bodybuilder, your favorite fitness expert, or your favorite Instagrammer, someone who's kind of known for their physique. Maybe you've watched them track their food, like maybe they're shooting pictures or videos with weighing and measuring their food and putting it in an app and maybe showing you the numbers, or you see them tracking, and that has piqued your curiosity. So obviously you realize that getting the physique that you want requires monitoring your food intake. Tracking food is huge. People always underestimate what they're really eating. And look, I've been in this industry like 26 years, and I have tracked my food for years and years and years. I even still to this day, I'll throw things on the food scale and make sure that I'm keeping my skills sharp. Even I totally underestimate what something really is. You think, okay, well, 2 teaspoons of peanut butter. Well, you thinking, okay, 50 calories. It's like 150 calories. It's always a lot more than what you think. And then of course, people overestimate how much they're burning in exercise, underestimate how much they're eating. And we've got an obesity epidemic, which is the largest and the worst in human history. Look, I love CrossFit. I mean, I do. I have my own CrossFit gym that I'm a member of. And then whenever I travel, I always go I'm a guest at other CrossFit gyms. So I love CrossFit. But every single CrossFit gym I go to, or really any gym in the world, and I've been to a lot of them, there are very, very overweight CrossFitters. And a lot of people think, well, just because I can deadlift a 305, that it just doesn't matter how big I am. And nothing could be further from the truth. You gotta track your calories. I guarantee you these really overweight CrossFitters, they are thinking that they're burning more than what they are. And then they go home and they think it's okay to eat whatever they want. I used to be the same way. I was a fat athlete. That's how the Code Red lifestyle was born, because I was the fittest, yet the fattest. And I thought I could get away with eating anything. A big Costco-sized M&Ms. Miles would make homemade pasta. I mean, I ate everything. And I ate tons of sugar, and I felt like garbage. But I didn't think it mattered because I was training and working out so hard, 3 to 5 hours a day. Well, I'm telling you, that's what these CrossFitters are thinking too. And yet, they're still asking for the seatbelt extender on the plane. So they're grossly underestimating their food. They're grossly overestimating how much they're burning in the gym. And it's a perfect recipe for obesity. Eyeballing your portion sizes is never a good idea, and it never works. And like I said, I don't mean to sound braggadocious. It's just that I am good at eyeballing things. I'm pretty good at being like, oh yeah, and even I get it wrong 8 out of 10 times. It's amazing when you actually track your food. Weigh it, measure it, track it, how much you're truly consuming. Whenever my weight goes up, because I fluctuate between 155 and 158 pounds, whenever my weight goes up and I start tracking my intake again, it becomes very clear exactly where I'm going wrong. It's not even a question. On my custom program paperwork, I ask people, why are you overweight? Why do you think you're overweight? And people can't even identify that. They're like, I don't know why I'm overweight. Believe me, when my weight's gone up, I know exactly the reason. And it's because I'm eating too much. And a great way to learn that is to track your food and log it in the app and let it just stare back at you in the face. And yeah, it becomes really crystal clear to you at that point. The only way to know for sure if you are on track with your weight loss plan is to log your food in a tracking app. There is one thing that Weight Watchers does that I love, and they do a thing called BLTs, bites, licks, tastes. And what they do is they'll have you put everything for an entire day in a baggie, in a clear plastic baggie that you would have eaten, put it in there, and then look at that bag at the end of the day. It's tremendous when you see how much food you stick in your mouth mindlessly. A bite of your kid's macaroni and cheese, a leftover piece of steak, this, that, put it in the bag, and it's disgusting when you see it all mixed together, but it's a really strong visual of how much you're really eating and you don't even know it. Before I go to my next point, I want to hear from you. Tell me, comment below and tell me, what is your favorite food tracking app? A lot of it has to do with just what you're familiar with and what you've learned, and you don't want to switch to a different app, but comment below. Hey, maybe I'll hear of a new app that beats out my opinion of an app. So comment below. So what is the best tracking app out there? All right, I have gone through a lot of apps in my day, and I've looked into all of them. In my opinion, the best app is Lose It. And I realize that you guys all have your favorite apps out there, and you all have, well, I like this, I like that. I don't care. I deal with tens of thousands of people that come through my program, and I have found that Lose It is the best for what I'm looking for. So what do I like about the Lose It app? I like the fact that it has restaurants in there. It has brand names restaurants. So you can look up like Applebee's Sizzling Steak Fajitas, and it's there. You can look up Chili's Sirloin Burger, and it's there. So a lot of the chain restaurants and a lot of the brand names out there, it has that. It also lets you scan barcodes of things. And sometimes you'll scan a barcode of Brussels sprouts and it'll come up as toothpaste. So you have to make sure that it's scanning the correct way. But 9 times out of 10, you scan it, it pops up, it's in your app. You put in how much you ate of that and you're good to go. It's easy. Lose It also lets you change the unit of measurement. Sometimes you want to log in ounces. Sometimes you want to log in grams. Sometimes maybe you want to log in each or piece. Lose It lets you do that. It lets you change the unit of measurement. It also has a free version. I mean, most tracking apps do have a free version, but the free version for Lose It is just fine. It does the trick. It gets it done. There's no big deal. It also has a paid premium version, which is like $25, $35 a year, which I think is very reasonable, especially that the fact that it unlocks a lot of features that are very helpful when you are losing weight. Lose It gives you the macro breakdown, which is really huge for my clients because we do want to make sure that our macros are balanced through the day, my custom program clients. And again, if you're in the 10-pound takedown challenge, you don't have to worry about tracking your food. This is just for custom program people. A feature that really sold me on Lose It when I was doing one-on-one coaching is it has a coaching app that allows me as the coach to hook into my client's food log. Yes, so I could see everything my client was doing. It also allowed me to see if it hooked into like their Fitbit or their Apple Watch. It allowed me to see the amount of movement they have. So if I know my client is up, I can see my client is awake, and I can see my client is already getting on with their day, but they haven't logged any food for the day, which is a requirement on Code Red. When you're in your custom program, you've got to pre-plan, pre-measure, and pre-log your food the night before. So if I see that my client's up and ain't nothing on their log, they're going to get in trouble for that. So the coaching aspect of Lose It, and again, I don't do one-on-ones anymore, but that was really huge because talk about holding someone's feet to the fire. It was very, very good. Lose It also has a community component where you can connect with other like-minded people who are doing this with you and other people that are losing weight, and that community aspect is always a good idea. Lose It does offer rewards for milestone weight loss. And of course, Lose It decides what's a milestone weight loss. And they'll send little badges and little pictures, and it's pretty incredible to see. And everybody in my coaching groups will screenshot them and say, look, I got a new badge. And it's just a lot of fun to share. So what is the best way for you to track your food and lose 10% of your body weight every month? You probably guessed it. The Code Red custom program. Yes. Look, I take the guesswork out of weight loss. I mean, I fully customize and personalize a nutrition program for you for $9.97. And this is going to give you everything you need to know, from calories to water to carbs, sugar, protein, fat, fiber, everything. And we're going to talk about meal timing. We're going to talk about water timing, how much water, when to drink it. It leaves no stone unturned. So if you want to skip to the front of the line, get yourself a custom program. I'll definitely link it up below. But if that's too much for you, because you got to make sure you're ready for that, it's quite a commitment, and you don't want to track your food, then join the 10-pound takedown, because we don't track our food in the 10-pound takedown. We follow a simple list of rules, a simple list of food, what to eat and what to not eat, and it's a great way to lose at least 10 pounds in 30 days. Remember, the custom program is where you lose 10% in 30 days. But with the challenge for $47, you lose 10 pounds in 30 days. It's a great way to start, and then decide from there if you want to continue with me on a custom program. But take your life back some way, and I'd love for you to do it with Code Red. And I'll see you on the next video.